Yeah, welcome to my YouTube channel. These are my friends. Look at they're already laughing. Okay. So we're going to look at something I saw on someone's status and we're going to respond to that. So yeah. So your standards are too high. See you after 29.
Okay. Wait.
That's a very good topic.
I wish Musona was here.
Yeah, so first thing first, I'd like to say, I think that's true. Because one, biologically and whatever we can say, females, lack of a better word, deteriorate.
Deteriorate?
Lack of a better word.
That's lack of a better word.
Deteriorate.
I mean it in the sense that...
let's relax before we beat him.
Continue. I mean it in the sense that, yes, there are females who, like, as they grow, they get more stable and whatnot, right? But biologically, after 30, women will say no one wants to marry me, no one wants to do this, because before 29, like the post says, before 29, you used to say no, you can't meet my standards, you can't do this, you can't do this.
Unrealistic standards.
Yes, exactly, unrealistic standards.
Okay.
So now, after 30, you might have all the money, but you still need someone. Look at one of our celebrities, not to mention names. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
Explain who?
Yeah, we get
But
that.
that's besides the point.
Yeah.
She's everywhere. No one can even settle for her. Not even me. She might have all the money. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
She might have all the money. She might have the riches. She might go to Dubai every weekend, but I can't settle for her. Why? Because of what she does.
But you
says
see, she's not looking for you. No. Listen, can I sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
I want to put across something.
Yeah.
He didn't say, the post didn't say male or female, number one. So both of you to assume he's talking about girls. But I've got a question on your part where you said
please don't post this. Please don't post this.
women no. Women deteriorate is the word you used.
Yeah.
Or
I said lack of a better word.
like the saying goes and mamuna sasila. Yeah. There's that. But you see, everyone finishes.
That's true.
Everyone after 29 becomes desperate, because if you're a man and you're not married, you can't be at granddaddy's every weekend again with the youngsters. They all start looking at you funny. You're not old after 29. Everyone, you can't be playing the same way you were playing. They'll just be looking at you like, you're supposed to be home, maybe reading some for junior, kicking some ball junior or something. Huh? So, when what you said is very true, I just think it's a little biased.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, I get your point, but like, look at it in this way, right? I get your point that both male and female.
Well, and the
after
person you mentioned, I know obviously people won't see. She does have a standard still.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She's not
She's
desperate.
never lowered her standard, yeah.
She's not desperate to get married. You get what I mean? She wants to marry, but she wants to marry a man she thinks is worthy of her. So unless it reaches a point where now she wants anyone. There's another celebrity who decided that marriage it's okay if whoever I marry. Yeah.
Okay, so
You all know her.
I get your point that both male and female, after 30, like, it's bad. Like the point you made across to say you can't be found at granddaddy's every day. But like, I'll ask you a question to say who gets married at a younger age first?
It's a woman. It's women.
It's women, right? Why? Because firstly, biologically, it says, I don't know, after 45?
You after 45 is menopause.
Menopause, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so it's
it's-
for kids' purposes.
Yeah,
not
kids' purposes.
If you are not marrying for kids, you
Yeah.
can marry at any time.
Exactly.
Like, what's your
Janet
basis
Jackson
for
got
marriage?
married at 50. She was blessed that she had a kid, but she wasn't married to have a child.
What are your views, guys? When is it?
What standards are we talking about
Exactly.
here?
What standards are we talking about?
Okay, let's go across the room and ask each other our standards, and
Yeah.
then we can see where we contradict or we
Yeah.
agree.
So
Let's
what
start with you,
standards are
Faye.
you that's too high?
Don't be biased.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean don't be biased? They're my
No,
standards.
say your
She has
standards, and
standards, so
then
of
we'll,
course she's
we'll
going to-
tell you whether they are too high or they are
Yeah.
too low.
Okay, for me, if I'm settling for someone, it should be, you guys know how much I love God. So it should be someone who's following God and knows God for themselves. They know where they're going, because you can't come follow me and tell me, I want you to be with me, when you don't know where you'll be in the next 5 years. You should have a plan and you should be working towards it. I'm not saying you should have it all together. No one has it all together right now.
Yes.
But
But
if
at
you
least
find us in the next 5 years, we'll all be in different spaces. So that person should know where they're going. They should have, there are some people who just don't take anyone's advice. They are
Oh, yeah.
their own man.
Yeah.
Pride.
Yeah.
You need to have someone that you listen to, someone that advises you, so that when you're trying to make decisions, you can't depend on yourself.
So like a mentor?
Yeah, someone should have a mentor. And then someone should, what's the other one that I wanted to say? Okay, when I remember, I'll come back to it. I'll
Okay.
come back to it. But yeah, they should know where they're going. They should have a relationship with God. Family is important. You can't be your own man. You need to have family by your side. Yeah, next. So, Karen, what are your standards?
Well, my standards are very basic. I think they're similar to Faith's standards.
Yeah.
Like, he should be someone who loves God, obviously, and he should be teachable. And also, yeah, teachable and willing to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the aspect of someone who loves God, like, I'm not expecting someone to have it all together when it comes to the relationship with God, because it's a journey. There are a lot of like things you have to go through, and it's very rare that you find a young person who's willing to follow God and willing to enjoy whatever is coming. So I really appreciate that in a person, to love God and to be able to to be teachable. Something like having a mentor, not exactly a mentor, like someone who can be like taught by the word, someone who can be taught like spiritually, someone who can be taught by like people who are older than them, like the right things. They should be able to discern what's good, what's bad, what they can take in, and what they can what they can take in, and what they can just reject,
So
like
has
push
to have
aside.
like moral compass.
Yeah, like they should have like a good moral compass. Yeah, of some sort. And yeah, and they should also have like a vision, like where they're going. Just like me and Faith are very similar when it comes to like the standards that we have.
Yeah,
They
I
should
can
have
see
where
that.
you're going, because there's no way I'd like be with someone if they don't have like a particular direction in which they're going. Like as I am now, like I'm young, and obviously like my boyfriend is young, and I don't expect him to have it all together at this age. Like we're still students, but as long as you tell me that you have a plan of where you're going, and you are willing to like take the right measures to get there, I'll be patient with you. And yeah, that's what's vital to me. Yeah, also the issue of communicating. Someone should be able to express themselves in a healthy manner. Like, that's another thing that I value very much. So those are my standards. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you finish?
Yeah, I think I'm done with those are my standards.
Alright. Standards. Mine are high. I already judged myself before you guys will judge me. Mine are high.
We listen, we
And-
don't judge.
I'm sorry before I say this. What do I look for? I look for somebody who's smart. I don't think I'm smart. I do think I'm smart, but I'm not the smartest person in the room.
Exactly.
I believe I have a basic understanding of things. There is no way I will sit with you as my partner and Faith says a joke and it passes you, even Ruby laughs. Huh? You understand? Everybody laughs at the joke. And then you, as my partner, I've brought you to my friends, and it passes you. If it's an IT joke, it's okay. If it's a joke in general knowledge, it's fine. I feel if everybody should be, how can I put this? Everybody should have a certain amount of intellect in their field. Because look, if you choose to be a doctor, why are you a doctor? You have to be excited. You know what I mean? You see how we get excited when we see a new PC and we want to check the RAM. I'm a hardware junkie. I'm not a software junkie. So sometimes Vima and Peter, I know I'm taking it, Vima and Peter when some software things come out. But when I see a new phone or a new PC and I open it, look, you should ask Ruby how my eyes light up.
I think it's all over.
I get amazed. I'm happy. I'll explain to you what this is. I'll explain to you, even if you don't get it, it's fine. That's what I look for in a person. Whatever you're doing, I want to see your eyes light up. That's at something.
Passion.
Yes.
Passion. They should have passion in something.
Yes,
That's
they should have passion in something. It doesn't matter whether it's plumbing, it's welding. It doesn't matter. But I want to know what's your escape, what's your joy, what gives you a reason to wake up. Don't tell me that it's me, it's a lie. Because before me, how were you waking up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then English. I'm shallow. I'll be the most shallow person in this podcast, because it's okay if your accent is bad. A bad accent is fine, but your grammar has to be good. Like, you have to know what is, especially when typing. I don't.
Shortcuts.
You and you are.
You are.
Yes, thank you. You are. Thank you. Because me, when we were young, when we just started out on Facebook and whatever, we started doing those shortcuts. Guys, I ended up writing those shortcuts in an essay in English.
And it's very
From that day, I swore to myself I will never type shortcuts. Till now, there are certain
People.
acronyms I don't know to Mashani. I'm always asking my young siblings or my
what
elder
does this
siblings,
mean?
even like, guys, at Shani, it's what?
at
What's
MB,
what?
at M what? MLMB.
MLMB. I was this
So
many years
that
old
was my
today.
love.
My babe, my love.
Can't you add more life,
More life,
more
more
blessings. So you understand this. It's, for me, it's simple things. Big things don't move me, really. The things that move me, even that I get upset about, are small things. Very, very basic things. Because if you don't have if you don't pay attention to small things, even when we give you the big things, it won't be.
That's true.
The Bible even has something. For if you can't handle small things, how are you going to handle big
Yes,
things?
because it won't make sense. My uncle always says, if I give you a millionaire is always a millionaire. If I give you $1 million, you will blow it. If you are used to 200 kwacha budget, you blow it till it reaches 200. That's when you start budgeting. But a millionaire, if I give him 200 kwacha, he will make it into millions. And then that always rings. It makes sense because like it's the same thing even if you in work spaces or in whatever. If you don't pay attention to basic details, small things, our relationship won't go anywhere because the relationship is a big thing. I'm okay if you don't know where you're going, but you have to be self-aware.
Self-awareness is a big thing. Another big
Yes,
thing.
I'm
Another
okay
big thing.
because also me, I don't know where I'm going. But at least I'm moving.
Yeah, you're moving
I'm
somewhere.
headed somewhere. I don't know how it looks like, but I know it's big.
Yeah.
I'm okay with you being stuck at a point, but
That's why I'm
be
there.
yes, yeah, that's why I'm there. But be self-aware. Like, be self-aware. Know yourself. Know what makes you angry. Know what makes you happy. no one makes you sad. Know that if you're allergic to pork, no, and let me know. Be communication. Not the communication everyone talks about because we lie to each other. Just the simple things. Simple things. Like even just in friendship. I know what makes Ruby upset. I won't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know what makes Jeremiah laugh. So when I see him sad, I'll be like, okay, let me go talk to Jeremiah about this. You understand? And if you treat your partner like that, I feel we to go somewhere. And then, what else? What else do I like? Oh, I like people who look nice because I don't look nice myself.
And smell nice.
Yes, like look good for both of us. Please, like do the job.
Present us.
Like I like people who like those people who take time to look nice. Like because me I can't manage. I'm so lazy. So like like look good for both of us. Like you can even tell me I need to wear this. I'm like okay. Thanks. Thank you very much. What else do I like? Oh, I was telling these guys that I'll marry for money. Me, I like money, guys. So if you already have it, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you don't, maybe we can make it work if we like each other. But I like money also. What other standards do I have? I said the English, I said the self-aware. Oh, and there's something you guys said about listening. Being able to be taught. Yeah. I think I want to add on to that. Being self-absorbed doesn't help anybody at all. I am self-absorbed sometimes. I am very aware. Sometimes I hate to listen. My parents always shout at me like, you only listen to yourself. Yes. But it's at least have one or two people you listen to. But listen to yourself. The only person who ever tell you the truth is yourself. The moment you start lying to you, you're doomed.
That's true.
It's over. So yeah, those are my standards. I think that's what I look for. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Because maybe I'm asking for too much.
I think we're in the wrong generation, guys. Because
I think I'm asking.
These standards.
Yeah, I think I'm asking for too much. And then I don't mind if you're not Christian, but believe in something. Let's have order, guys, because like, honestly, I'm not to bash any people who are atheists, but okay.
You can't
so
be
the world,
everywhere.
the world just came to be. Even if you believe in science, it makes sense. Do not, because the moment you don't have faith in a higher power, like faith, you will never have faith in us, because us were going in front where what we can't see. So if you don't have faith in something, a higher power which you can't see, you will never have faith in.
Jeremiah?
Okay, honestly, for me, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
I would lie if I came out here and actually started giving things, because like Karen said, we're still young.
Yeah.
We still have time. We're not rushing anywhere.
Yeah, true.
But the big thing for me is Jesus first. Jesus first. Yeah. Secondly, we should be able to respect each other together, because if you can't, or if I do something and you don't appreciate it, or you don't show at least that that some emotion, I can say. This generation lacks a lot of emotion. At
Everyone
least
wants to be nonchalant.
exactly.
We don't
You learn a new way than you want to be
everyone-
nonchalant.
You're nonchalant, I don't care.
Please, guys. Yeah, I think that's what I'll talk about. For me, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
So big on Jesus, big on respect. I'm open to criticism. you should be open to criticism. That's how we help each other grow.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Not a situation where
But me, if you shout at me, I'll cry.
Me too.
I also
though.
cry,
Like,
but
you said
it's
me in the
okay.
right way.
yeah, not a
In the
situation.
right way.
There's that type
I'm
of
not-
criticism where someone wants to make you feel like you never go anywhere.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
and then also
One
not
sided.
in, and then also not in front of people. Like Jeremiah talked about respect.
Exactly. So if you want, if you're just going to bring me down, I'll bring you down. You bring me down. There's nothing.
Where are we
Where
going
are we
at this
going?
point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Never ask for petty carry.
so I think for me that's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I can confirm that I want right now. Yeah.
That's good.
Baby.
Ruby.
I continue size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what are your standards?
Firstly, I think I'm not really a full Christian, but then I also expect you to believe in something like Nisa said. Not someone who's an atheist, someone who says, no, there's no God. Someone like, okay, I don't
Hey, my flat earthers.
think I would go for someone
Christians
who
don't
questions
like
if
atheists,
there's God. I'm not saying I'm for all out Christian. Then the second thing is, I think I also like someone who's smart, someone who has something going on. Don't expect me to keep you.
Ah, okay.
Don't expect me to keep you. Don't expect me to make all the decisions. Let's help each other out. I can't choose all the right decisions. You have to tell me that, oh, you're wrong here, you're wrong somewhere here. Then, as well as respect. And I think some of the things, it depends, because not everyone is perfect. There are things that I can change and there are things that I can't change, but at least when I'm trying to help you to do something, at least you have to be in it as well. Not whereby I'm telling you let's go to church and you are like refusing or like neglecting. I think we have to help each other. That's what I can say. Some of the other things, like Jeremiah said, we're still figuring ourselves out as we are growing. We're not yet there. The same as, like we said in the first place, we're not yet there. Some of us have 10 years until we get married, so we still have. We still
10
have
years
more
is a
than
bit of a
10.
stretch, though.
I know, right?
I know 10 years is like way too long.
The Lord.
I know I want to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, that's
Me,
it.
but I don't want to get married.
Oh, okay. That's something else.
Okay.
But if I get married, don't be shocked.
Okay, so now we are reacting to each other's standards, right?
Yeah.
So it's time for faith, all of us.
All of us on faith. Okay. I think maybe someone else can start with faith because ours were quite
So how are we
similar.
going?
You know, guys, disclaimer, there are people who are busy dancing for us out
That's
there.
why we can't
Some
consider.
are busy laughing.
This is our background.
Behind the scene. You should even post it up behind the
Especially
scene.
that one, Mama said.
I think we needed another phone.
This one, Mama said. It's busy just.
Anyways.
So, we were talking.
Standards, high, low.
Faith standards.
Yeah.
I think our standards are.
Okay. I think I can't,
Oh, yeah.
for me, for all of you guys, this goes to all of you guys, I don't think I can say they're high or low. It's you, it's what you want.
Okay. I've got a question to put across the room, but you can cut me. Higher, male or females?
It's just from the side.
No, anywhere. Anyone can answer.
I think for me, from experience, I'll go with females.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to back that up? I'll be the last one.
How can I say? Okay, parents, right? They have this thing where I don't want my child to admire what others have, so I'll provide for her. So she doesn't admire. Yeah. So that's building a mentality where they'll be like, me as a guy, if I go, I'm broke. I don't have money. I ask. Well and good, there's some that would accept, there are others that would be like, no, I can't. What am I going to get from you when my parents can already provide that for me? So they don't have, most females don't have the mentality to I'll work for myself.
Oh, okay.
They have the I'll get from my parents mentality. That's why you see in most people's homes, most millennials, most of the things they have in the houses came from their parents. The little that they got with their own money. Yeah, I think that's my take on it. But then guys as well, I'm not saying that standards aren't, a bit much time. We also have our problems. We have that thing that society has instilled in us that work for this, you get that. So there's that pride that stops us from, So that's my take. So yeah, female standards are high.
Okay, so I feel like each person has, like we said, each one has their own standards, right? And everyone can handle
This
it.
is like a general question.
Yeah.
Statistics.
Yeah, statistically.
Statistically, whose standards are
Okay,
higher? On a general
females,
perspective.
of
from
course.
Back it up.
There are some of us who come from places where you find they can't buy you an iPhone 16, but you want to come and tell someone's son to buy you an iPhone 16. Something that your parents cannot afford. So why are you coming here with those standards when, sorry to say this, your father cannot buy you an iPhone 16?
No, it's the truth.
So,
very true.
again, the thing that I wanted to say is that, so yeah, you're asking someone to get you something that your parents cannot get you. Where did those standards come from? How did you start coming up with such things?
Yeah.
If you have standards, it should be based on you. What are you aware about yourself that you want someone to do for you?
But they want an iPhone 16.
An iPhone 16, some of them is just for
Huawei,
show.
so let's
Because
not
of
Let's not forget Huawei.
it's like you come to university, you find there are people who are coming from well-to-do families. They are getting them those things. Then you want to go and also place that pressure on someone's child. Like, dear,
Someone who's not
what's
working. He's
happening?
also just a student.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then there's this thing for date who you can manage to date. Don't have high standards and then you say, maybe I'll just settle for this one, and then you start pressurizing him again. Why did you go for him?
Oh, yeah, so go.
Why did you settle for him if you knew that he cannot afford you?
Yeah, no, true.
No, I totally agree with that. And I also agree from the general perspective that females have higher standards than males. And I think in part it's what Jeremiah said about how, families are always providing like for whatever you want, like to avoid situations where she asks for things from like elsewhere, like as females, our needs and wants, most of the times, like I compare between my female friends and male friends, like females' needs are most of the times met immediately, and consistently. So that builds the mentality, like whatever I want, I'm going to get it. And if you can't give it to me, then there's a problem there, And there's an issue of, like, be with someone that you can manage. Like, you can't start pressurizing someone to get you the things, even though you saw from the beginning that they're not capable of doing that. And from a male perspective now, I feel like males also have high standards in certain areas, and I'm not saying that standards generally are higher than females. I'm saying when it comes to men, according to some of my friends, they talk about they place a high standard on appearances, and appearances is a yes. So in the same sense, like we have in the world, we find it very hard to like find exactly what we want, both as males and females, and I see the same thing Faith was talking about, like you're a female, you want an iPhone 16, you're going to settle for someone who can't provide that for you. You're going to start pressuring him to get that for you. But from the male's perspective, you settle with someone who's not the 10 out of 10 that you wanted, and you start pressuring her to start changing her appearance. Like to start changing her appearance and all that stuff. Like when it comes to finances, I see that most of the times, like, yes, we do have some men like Ruben who talked about, I want it to be like a partnership, like a 50-50, we both make decisions. Yeah, men like that exist, but most of the times, most of the times it comes to men don't really place like a high standard when it comes to, most of the times, I'm not saying that they place a high standard when it comes to finances. Yeah, for them it's mostly like appearances, like that. And then for women it's finances, like can you take care of me? So it's like a whole thing of, I think this is another thing that leads to going out of the relationship, but that's another topic for another day. Like you find someone who has more money, the money that you wanted, but you don't want to leave that person who can't afford that thing. You go for someone who can afford the iPhone 16, but you go back to that person. Even as a man, your girl is not a 10 out of 10, she's not thick, she's not what, but you go for someone else who has those things, and then you go back to the one who doesn't have. So you should go for what you want. Like if you're specific and you have like very specific high standards per se, if you have those, find exactly what you want to avoid such situations, because I feel like generally women do have high standards because of the peer pressure that exists amongst us. Like I feel like we're not good to ourselves, really, because as females and to males, because we pressure ourselves, we pressure each other.
But whose fault is that?
I think it goes back to the same mindset that was instilled in us early enough,
But to those who it wasn't instilled to, like Faith says, if your father can't afford and you ask for an iPhone 16, what do you think stems?
I think I wanted to comment on that on my part to say, I think that comes from the people around us. I'll give you an example of, let's say we're in university, right? We're in boarding houses, we're staying with different people. So you see my friend here gets his girlfriend, let's say an iPhone 14 or maybe an A10 or whatever. I'm giving an example, maybe tens of roses. Then my other friend there gives a girlfriend of the same room maybe something less. Then in her mind she'll start thinking, no, maybe my boyfriend or my man doesn't love me because why didn't he get me the same thing?
Unspoken peer pressure, like
around. So you get, the thing is, Faye said your father can't afford, you get, right? Then since your friend here, you see your friend, maybe the boyfriend has a business going on, doing all sorts of things. Then there's a difference, before I go any further, there's a difference between, let's say, a young man and a father. A father's priorities are different from a young man. I'll give you an example. Your father right now can buy an iPhone 16, but he's chosen to pay for your school fees. You get, right? Then for him, he's doing business, he has his whole life ahead of him. He's like, oh, maybe I might need this iPhone 16, maybe my girlfriend can need this iPhone 16. He'll buy. Not that your father can't buy it for you, but their priorities. He wants you in future to get that thing for yourself. Not that he can't buy it for you at that point. You get that? So then, I go back to my point to say, when you as a girl see that, no, my friend, the boyfriend gave him an iPhone 16, then you start pressurizing your boyfriend as well. Start pressurizing your man to say, why didn't you get me something similar? Why didn't you get me an expensive thing? You get that? I think that's what it comes in.
Yeah. Okay. This guy was all said. There was this video I watched. I don't know if Faith and Karen will agree with me. It said, the pastor was saying women are multipliers. Yeah. So, and I think I agree. Yeah. So, I was saying there was a pastor who said something like women are multipliers, right? So, I feel standards of women, from my experience and people around me, stem from like what everybody I think has put across is what they see or what is influenced around them. I feel, I know everybody will bash me for this, men put it upon them, they put it upon themselves for a woman to have higher standards when it comes to financials. Let me say, like, Karen, what do you expect your boyfriend to buy you a phone?
No.
You don't, right?
No.
Because you are aware of his financial capabilities, right? Yes, women are not dumb. They are very aware of the financial capabilities. If on the first date, Ruben, you take Faith to a 5-star restaurant,
That's
right?
That's all.
Next week she's asking you for a week for 2p.
Okay. What you've started with is what you must continue.
Because I know men have a sense of pride in wanting to impress a girl, especially when it's the first time when you want to get her. You know, there's always that thing for, hey, but when you were finding me, you were doing all these things. Now you have me, you want to be behaving cheeky. The moment you, Jeremiah, just to ask for somebody's number, buys her food, or he buys, just for a number, he buys her food, that girl is very smart. She's aware you have money to waste. Because to ask for my number, you can just simply come and say, hey, I'm asking for a number. You decide to take me somewhere just for my number. I am aware you have money to waste. I will ask you for that 2p5. Karen's boyfriend, Karen won't get up today and go and ask her boyfriend for 2p. Because he has showed her that in the capacity he is able to provide, or he's able to make her feel nice. Now, the moment you start to, you even borrow your friend's car, his Benz. I'm sure you usually drive a Corolla. You borrow his Benz to take her. Or maybe you just use Toyota Ganda like all of us. But Mercedes legs. The fact that on the first impression matters, they say. For a woman, it lasts a lifetime. Let me just tell you, the day I met you, what you showed me is how I perceive you. For the rest of my life, it doesn't matter how you try to change it. Yes, I would say, oh, maybe Ruby has improved, but you're still, you know what I mean? Because even, have you met a girl who you met in high school? She'll tell you, Ruben, you've changed, you've grown. Yes, you're not shiny anymore. You get, because that's
she remembers.
That's what she remembers. Yeah, just, if they used to call you at Goofy Ruby, that's who she knows you as. You get what I mean? Like, it lasts, the impression lasts. Me, I'm saying this from my perspective, or what I've experienced, because also my friends say the same thing. So the whole standard thing comes because there are girls who exist who don't ask for those things. Why don't they ask for those things?
They know.
The girls who ask for those things, they also know doubt. They know that you can manage. Yeah? Even when you want to try to make her feel nice and impressive, I'm even doing to my business course, but you're not a businessman. Like, no, 20,000, no, tell him 25. When she hears that, oh wait, tomorrow she's asking me for 5 pin. Because to her, in that 25,000, that 5 pin is change. Right? It's change. And then when it comes to male standards, there are guys who really like money, but not a lot. It's not statistically proven like women. Because men like to buy for them things. Right? Men like to buy for them things. That's how they also want the things to continue. Me, I like gifts. If you start, you must pitiliza. Please, don't stop. So in the end of the day, the women start looking like they are mad. But you started on a high standard, then now you want to show me the real you. If you started with the real you, yes, if you started with the real you, I think the women will be okay. But also, yes, there are those with unrealistic standards. There's something she's looking for. If her standards are unrealistic and you show that you can't manage, run. Because she will kill you. same thing with the guy. If his standards are unrealistic and it's what goes, I think you should run. And men, as Faith said, or Karen, it comes with body, or Ruben said, they like what they see. It starts with body, and Karen said something about when they go for the one with the body and then they go back to the small ones. Love, when you love, it's a case. So you end up falling in love with the small body, and you go to the big one.
Because that's what you wanted initially. That was your standard.
Yes, then you start going back.
I think I would agree with you on the female part, but then...
I'm not done, but yes, continue.
Okay, yeah, sorry. But then, females, right? You see it, if the first impression matters, you get right?
Yes,
so if I show you I have money, obviously you think I'll have money as time goes on. Okay, like I have a lot of money.
Yes, because to a woman is everybody has the motherly instinct. It doesn't matter. Me, let me tell you, the moment you buy me food I know you have money to waste. because women are calculative in their brain. Them in their brain, all that goes on is budget.
But that's
This
not
one
fair
buys
again.
this one. No, but this it doesn't have to be fair. Like Ruben said something about men have this thing where they budget like what I make. Daliso said something like what I make is what I earn, and this way I can go is this side, this side. It's the same thing. But her, it comes to the home. If okay, Ruben needs to buy. He lives in a boarding house. He needs to buy groceries and things like that. And then Ruben comes and takes me to lunch with a bill 3p. Ruben lives in a boarding house. Me in my brain, I'm like, oh, so for him to spend this money, he's already bought his what? His groceries.
Can't you? We don't know it. Yeah, you
Can't
see
you
your
don't know
grocery
his stamp?
money.
Because me, in my brain, before I go out, I have to buy the basic things I need. And the girls like that.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter
it's
if the
true.
Instagram baddies, she'll buy her face care routine before
We
she goes
know
to
what
black.
we need before we
When
go.
you're seeing her outside there, she has already put her affairs in order. Right? Women put their affairs in order before they have fun. That's why we are called like sacrificial. We not lambs. Like we sacrifice. So you put everything. You put everyone else first before you. So by the time you're seeing her outside there, she has already bought her groceries. Okay. Yeah. So oh no, I'm talking about men's standards. So now when we go to men's standards. Men's standards are not all of them are financial. They are male god diggers. It exists.
Yeah,
like
true.
the way they are female providers. So to each his own spec. The female providers can go for the male god diggers and the other way around and vice versa. But for men, I feel the standard that they have mostly, yes, is appearance. The pretty face. And another one that's really unspoken and which kills our society is moral compass. Men have a certain moral compass that doesn't apply to them.
That is so true. Oh my days. That is a good
You
point.
can bash me and argue. I have men in this room which didn't apply to them. So Jeremiah would want a virgin when he's not a virgin himself. It really puzzles me. I have arguments with boys almost every other day when he's complaining. He's like, can you imagine? She went out in that skirt. You just the other day were whining on someone else. How she just went in the skirt. She didn't even do anything in the skirt. You know, like there are those. Have you ever heard those stories where no, he used to tell me I don't wear makeup, then he left me for someone who wears makeup.
Like why?
Like you want your woman to be yours, like you want her to be just for you, like, but you it's okay when you're for everyone. You don't have to cheat. People think cheating is just sex, or you have to kiss her, or you have to chat with her. We go outside. You can go to the club. Me, I can't go. Why? You can. If I have had a boyfriend, I've had. If I am going in a car, and this whole thing where when you see a girl in a big car, you assume it's not her car. Every time, she's with it. Nisa, did you see the car she entered? She probably has a rich boyfriend. Like, so she can't afford the Ford Ranger. She can't afford the Range Rover. Like, like every woman who's rich is a whore. Like, that whole moral aspect really just, the moral standard men have is ridiculous, is the way that we use. To me, it doesn't make sense. Maybe because a girl doesn't care where you get your money from. You can be a drug dealer for God knows, even a satanist. As long as you're keeping her properly, she'll love you. You know what I mean? Like, women literally don't give a damn. You can then have 15 other girlfriends and she'll stick by you. Sometimes it's not even about money, because they're broke people who cheat.
It's true. It's true.
Your mother's car. But there are broke people who cheat. So it's not even on the aspect of money. And the same broke people who cheat also have a moral compass so high it doesn't apply to them.
It does not.
So I feel, on my opinion, because of the moral and the body compass, because like you want an hourglass shaped looking woman who is holy yet a freak in bed. I don't know how it makes sense.
Combination.
There's a name
I
for
don't know how it
it.
makes sense. You want a she's holy but yet she's a freak in bed. I don't know how it makes sense.
Angelic
Make up
Nicki
your mind.
Minaj.
Make up your
Angelic, is it Angelic Nicki Minaj?
Like you want her to be,
But
I don't know.
honestly, I feel that one goes both ways.
When it comes to
The moral compass, I feel it goes both ways.
no, but majority.
Majority. No, yeah, it can go both ways.
Let's go back to the example for. Let's go back to the example for Valentine's. My roommate buys his girlfriend teddy bear. He brings it in a whole Hilux, the flowers on the side. My girlfriend will see that and she'll be like, "No, my boyfriend is is a sad sack. He's broke. There's nothing he's doing. Maybe if I start with his friend." You even know how guys are. Men are weak. Or just
That's
no,
true.
no,
That's
no.
true.
Okay,
No,
most
that is
men.
But there was something.
listen,
There was
I'll
something that
support
was
him.
said.
Weak,
There was something
no.
that was said.
It's not
weak
weakness.
in, yeah,
Exactly.
like weak in a certain aspect.
It's
no.
not.
Thing.
Then again, it's not.
It's ego,
I'll
guys.
agree because
Ego is like a balloon.
I've actually seen some females
It's
who
fragile.
want to go for the boyfriend's friend
And he agrees.
because they've seen that friend does more.
Yes,
Until
but you
I
see,
Does more.
the
for
way
the
you say it, because the women will follow the financial aspect of that friend. You will leave your girlfriend because her friend has bigger bums. You understand? You
They're
understand this?
Yeah.
You understand this? You understand this? It's making sense, eh? So you see, all of us look for something else. And that's why I said that if she knows you're broke and she's still looking for you to give her an arm and a leg, run.
So whose standards do you guys think are higher? Is it men or women? So yeah.
Yeah, so that we
Let
can
us
do
know.
it too.
Yeah, we can come
With
back
more
to-
guests.
Yeah,
With more guests. Yeah, somewhere behind.
Yes, I want Miriam here.
No. So yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share to get more of
Faith.